because women have a skewed idea of consequences. And it's like, that's where a lot of the victim mentality comes from. And it's like, for example, she can say, I'm going through this because of what my baby daddy doing. And I'd be like, you chose to be with him though. Yeah, but I ain't know he was going to change like that. And I'm like, you chose to be with him though. Yeah, but I'm like, you chose to
all
be
the
with
changes,
it didn't matter what he did. It don't matter. You chose to be with him. So it's like, at what point are you going to say, you know what? Yeah, I chose this life that I'm living. So
I agree with that. And one of the reasons why I push that too, because I'm a big component of that too. Like, it's like, yo, sometimes we got to understand like what got us here. Like, I know sometimes we like to focus on the results. Like, well, this happened because of this. And it's like, well, we could have like ruled this out too. Like, don't forget, like, so we use that example. Like, you telling me all these other issues about how this man is doing all these other, or he acting crazy or immature, whatever may have you. But if we had the better discernment at the time, we could have ruled all these things out. Now, that's just something I want us to get to the understanding of admit. Now, when we move forward, because we're not going to dwell on that, we just need to understand that it was our mistake. Because if we don't understand that it was our judgment from the beginning, and we just keep blaming that man, then now you're not going to make better decisions for the next man, because you didn't understood or admit that your accountability, that no, you chose the wrong man. That man is that man. Whatever his flaws, his fallacies, all that, that's that man. But you chose that man. So if we want to make better decisions for the future, we got to address the fact that you chose the man, not him himself, because he's going to be whoever he's going to be, like anybody else. So once we get to the understanding that you chose and you understand that you made that choice, now when you go about and you walk forward, now we got to focus on your discernment. Now we got to focus on how you choose, how you view, what you want to see. Then we can, better the future. So we got to start with that first. We got to start internally.
Yeah.
It's easy to blame the outside, but we can't control the outside. So there's going to need to focus on external, because most of them external sources, we can't control them anyway. But we can control our internal. That's why we start internally.
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a quote, and it was like, everywhere, what did it say? Where you are right now is at one point where you chose where you wanted to be.
True. That's powerful. True.
So, yeah, that whole blaming it on such and such.
Say that one more time for those who didn't hear you in the back.
Where you are right now is at one point where you want it to be.
I think it needed to be said.
So now I got to put the air horn on that one. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But now, it always goes to the origination of the choice that you made. That's always. Right. It's always going to go back to that. It don't matter who did what, how long it's been going on. It don't matter. It don't matter. And then on top of that, you can't be mad at what someone else doing based off of, like, if you chose to be with somebody, you can't get mad at how they are just because they didn't give you the result you looked for when you first made that choice.
Yeah, you can't get mad about people's choices in life.
You can't get mad at other people making choices in life.
To make, you know what I mean? Like, I had a conversation with a female friend. Like I tell her, like, I'm not mad that we're gonna make choices to go different directions. I got a different outlook. You go live your life how you want to live it. See, sometimes people get mad because somebody don't want to walk their life journey with them. The thing is, you got to define what your life journey is going to be and walk it. You don't get mad at nobody else because they're making choices to live their life. You know what I mean? And they don't fit into your construct of where you headed to on your path. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a reason why people get divorced so heavy, because people forcing lives that ain't going in the same direction. Period. Like, give people their freedom of choice, man, and not be mad at somebody because they made the choice and not going in the direction that you going. Like, it's like opportunities that I done gave people. Like, I can't be mad that they choose not to get to do what I did. Like, but at the same time, they didn't get the results of what I got from it. You know what I'm saying? Because they made the choice not to do it. So it's like, you gonna get the results of whatever your choices are. So let people have their freedom to.
You can't get mad at what somebody else making a choice of where they going when you made the choice not to ask them.
It's like make the choice not to be in a situation for a long period of time where it affecting your life. You can't say I didn't know this person gonna change. When they start changing up like that, you got the choice to stay or leave. Like most time when we hear people complaining about these, some people changing up, they done been with these people in this change or whenever they did change, they stayed for a long period of time. So it's like after years and years, you saw that person like that, you still never didn't make no choices to make any decision to do anything for yourself. So like yo, you was the enabler for your own life at the time. Didn't even see it probably because you made the choice to stick around in something that didn't agree with the direction of your life. But you did, then you dedicate. The problem with that is people start dedicating to bad to changes they didn't expect or roles they didn't want to go on. They see a road coming up they don't want to go on, then they go dedicate to it because they don't want to be lonely at a certain point in life. Like you know what I'm saying? People get lifelong commitments on roads they don't want to travel. Like, you know you didn't want to go down this road, but then you want to marry it for what? You know you didn't. You know you wanted a guy to support you in a certain type of way, but then you choose to still be with somebody that ain't gonna do it. And then you can go complain about to all men about the guy that you chose that wasn't living up to none of the things you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That was my
whole thing. They talk about how he changed.
No,
did he really change?
No, it's the label of how bad all men is. When you say I picked the bad boy from the jump, you hold up. Remember when women say I went for the bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
The guy who didn't care, who's rough, who lived this wild life. You chose that guy. And every woman said, I want the bad guy while I'm young. But then you go label all guys from your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And forget that you said you wanted bad guy. And then you label all the guys as a bad guy. And you know you made the choice to be with the bad guy. Did I tell women, you know you made the choice to be with the guy who's a player? And then you label all men who are players because you want to be with the guy who's a player? But did you forget that you want to be with the guy who's a player? And then you want to blame everybody? Listen to what you're saying about the choices that you made, and then you place in the blame game. This is why I don't follow up a lot of women. You chose to be with the drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Did they say I don't want to go to jail when the cop come around? What? Did you just hear what you chose to be with? So I don't want, like, why hear woman say like, she shouldn't go to jail because of him. You making a choice to be around.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't God. You can't change them. So the consequences going on with the choice of who you choose to be with. So I tell like, nah, they got to reap that consequence too. Cause like nobody.
No, that's because
grown and not be reaping consequences when we know the outcome of being around people, right? For my biblical folks, 1 Corinthians 15:33, bad association spoil useful habits. So if you know you're gonna be around somebody to get you in some trouble, why would you go date them?
People only grown when it's convenient for their image. People quit to say they grown when it looks good on their image at that time. But when it comes to accountability or responsibility for the choices they make, all of a sudden they ain't grown no more. They don't talk about how grown they are then. You don't even hear it. So you don't hear about being independent. You don't hear none of that shit no more.
They act like they don't understand responsibility then. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to be responsible. They go into a childlike mind state. You know what I'm saying? Quick, real quick. Like, what? Oh, now you was grown. Nobody can tell you what to do. You make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Right? But how you going to start playing the blame game when you told everybody you was grown? You doing your own thing. You making your own decision. You carving your own path. If you are, then you carving all your decisions. So you didn't want grown responsibility when you told everybody to the world you're going to live like you grown? You didn't want to listen? Well, most people get out of the house at 18 say they grown, right? Once you say that, you got to live with all the common decisions. Everything you choose to do. Who you choose to date, whether or not you choose to be obese, what kind of meal you eat, whether or not you choose to be in a physical fit body, whether or not you choose to exercise. You grown. We all grown. How you gonna keep saying I'm grown and then placing the blame game on everybody else about what going on in your life? You ain't grown. You still a child. Put away childish things. You know what I mean?
See, I think the problem with people saying I'm grown, they don't understand that when you claiming of you grown means you claiming the responsibility. You claim to be accountable. The problem is people saying they grown, but then you be like, oh, you grown. Oh, shit. So you accept that mind state. All right, so let me show you the errors and the things that come along with being grown. Because now that you know that you're grown, let me show you these consequences. And then they be looking like, whoa. I'm like, no, they don't need to talk about it because you already said you was grown. So once we understand we grown, we accountable as fuck now. Like, no, this is what we are.
All the way.
Yeah,
all the way.
All the way. People want to say, hold on, take it back. I ain't grown. I'm only grown 50%. What? You can't put either you are or you're not.
Yeah, you either you ain't.
You know, if you're gonna be a person of responsibility, you're not. Ain't no halfway of being grown. Look, if you make a bad decision, right, but you didn't know it was a bad decision, you still got to live with that consequence, and you need to handle it in a grown fashion. See, that's what people say. I didn't know. They didn't want to do kid things and say, "Oh, I got." So ignorance. Guess what? Go to the judge. The judge don't care about what you didn't know. This was the law, and you broke it. You still got to face that consequence, whether or not you knew it or not.
And ignorance of it is no excuse.
No excuse. So we ain't gonna be playing this ignorant thing, and when we grown, when it comes to relationships, either. You know what I'm saying? Just because you didn't know, guess what? This game ain't no excuse. You deal with the choices that you made.
See, I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna let them know. The same way, like when I talk to my sons. So like when I talk to my sons, I'm gonna let them know. No, you can be mad. No, you most definitely can be mad. But what you need to understand is the only person who care about your feelings is you. So you can be as mad as you want, but let's address your involvement now. See, that's the key. We got to address your involvement. No, you can be as mad as you want to because you're entitled to your feelings. So I would never tell you can't be mad. No, you can be as mad as you want to. Get mad, throw a chair, throw a tantrum, whatever the fuck you want to do. You can be mad, but let's address your involvement. So you can keep your emotions, but we need to understand why we got here, how we got here, and how do we get out of it? Because that requires us to address your involvement, not just the emotion itself.
Yeah, I mean, because emotions, a lot of people feel like emotions is law. Yeah. Emotions, you know, I can speed, you can speed all you want to, but let's talk about the speed limit. Yeah. I didn't see the speed limit. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It was there. You know why you didn't see it? Because you sped past it. So it's a lot that happens.
Yeah, I like that.
You should have slowed down. You probably should have looked at what was going on around you.
Yeah, exactly. The emotions is all over the place. The reason why you're ignorant is because you're blinded by something that you're blinded by your emotions and not using your logic and perception of what you or how you the lens you should be using.
Yeah.
The lens you should be using. You can't if you your mind is up here and your eyes is up here for a reason. Now if you put your eyes down here, you're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna miss a lot.
Yeah.
If your eyes was close to your heart, you're gonna miss a lot.
Yeah.
So emotion is I don't really care about emotions. Like I can like Kev said, like you can have your feelings and stuff, but at the same time, once all that simmers down, smoke clears. All right, so what does this room look like right now? What's in this room right now? The smoke didn't clear, everything. All right, so what are we dealing with here at this point? Yeah. Let's address something.
You know what's funny? So when we teach in martial arts, one of the main things I always tell people, I be like, yo, do it slow. And one of the reasons why I say do your movements, whether it's katas or whatever, may have you to do it slow. Even if I'm teaching from a boxing perspective, I tell you to do your movement slow. One of the reasons is because when people are so quick to do a movement, you speed right past all your errors. You speed right past the fact that you fucking up the form. You just want to throw the punch, but you don't care about the form itself and what generates your speed and your power. All of these things come from your form, but you so quick to want to deliver it, you speed right past that. So they'll be like, no, slow it down, take your time. If you're gonna throw this kick, throw it slow, but I want you to do it really, really slow. I want you to feel the movement of your fist. I want you to feel the pivot within your foot. I want you to feel everything from it, because when you slow it down, you can actually detect your own errors. But if you just throw it, You speed right past it. So in your mind, you're thinking like, yo, I'm doing it, but it's like, no, you're not really doing it. You're just throwing your hand, you're just throwing your leg, but you're not generating all the things that need to be important, like your power, your speed. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other things that come with, hence how we're talking about actions and decisions. There's so many other things that come with it, but you speeding past the things that matter that you just making a decision, not factoring in like, yo, I'm trying to bring this to it. I'm trying to bring that to it. It's just one of those things. So I push for that concept. Take it slow. Slow down.
I mean, that teaches the value of every step.
Yep.
So you learn a value system, like even your breathing is a decision.
Yep.
Like you learn the depth and severity of everything that you do. So it's like, yeah, you slowing it down so you can have that limitless type of feeling of being able to see everything as it goes. That you see that matrix.